What's up, guys, and welcome back to LevelUP Gaming and my review for Firewatch, which was the first game made by Campo Santos. And just getting into it, I think starting from the beginning, I think the intro was really good. They did a good job with that. Just the way they set it up with it was just the dialogue and the small kind of interactivity with that. I think they did a good job with that, just setting the tone and giving you that backstory in an efficient way. It gave you the storyline, and it just put you in the mindset to move forward in the game. The soundtrack I thought was really good. The music also did a really good job of investing you into the game and helping you like kind of feel or be in that same mindset that Henry was at times, whether it be just when you're looking out at the sunset or just walking around, or if something mysterious happens. I also think that just like the wilderness sounds, the animal sounds, and the leaves crunching and sticks breaking, and I think they did a good job with that. I really liked the artistic styling, the scenery and the nature and everything was just beautifully done. You could tell they really put a lot of effort into that. But then I also like how, like Henry, like your hands and stuff, they have like that Wreck-It Ralph kind of feel. And I don't know, I just really liked that. I thought it was neat. Getting into the storyline, I think it was really good. Overall, I definitely liked the game. I think it was a little rushed at the end, a lot of just everything coming together at once. But at the same time, I can also see where that just made it a little more climactic, where it just the suspense and the mystery is building and building and building, and then it all comes together. So I guess I'm not really too upset about that. I think the ending was rushed, and just them getting out and how it was the interaction between you and Delilah. I think that was I don't know. I just think they could have handled that a little better. Going into the game, I didn't really understand how it was going to be portrayed as a mystery, but they nailed it. I mean, just the suspense and the just trying to figure everything out. Well, it was very, very well put together. They did a real good job on that. I think it was also cool how you got that connection with Delilah. It was a short game, so you don't have a whole lot of time, and it's mostly dialogue. Of course, there's stuff to do, and there's actual like missions. But the really interesting part is just the dialogue and getting to interact with Delilah and just kind of having that. Just kind of having her there, I liked how they really got that they helped you feel that connection with Delilah, and I think they set up the dialogue in such a way that it immediately gives Firewatch replayability, because every time you talk with Delilah, you have 2, 3, maybe 4 options to move forward with, and she reacts differently every time. And sometimes those conversations carry over later into the game, or sometimes they didn't, and that's fine. But it just gave the game immediate replayability, because you can always you can interact with Delilah in numerous different ways, and it change the feel, or how you see Delilah, or how Delilah sees you. So it's definitely a game that I'm looking forward to playing again in the future and just trying something different, you know. I think they used the time jumps very efficiently. So they crammed, 3 months, a whole summer, into like a 6-hour game. And so of course there have to be time jumps, and sometimes those time jumps or cutscenes or whatever can take away from the game. But in this instance, I feel like it actually enhanced the game. It enhanced that suspense where you're just watching the time just tick by. Sometimes it would just be a day, sometimes it would be like a month would pass, and you're just thinking like, man, I mean, they cut out the really boring parts, like the parts that could have just been really monotonous and boring, and they let you do everything that you needed to be done. Yeah, I just kind of wish that they would have maybe not jumped through quite as much time and put a little bit more gameplay into it. But all in all, I mean, I can't really complain all too much. Getting into some more kind of spoiler-esque parts of this review. It was a really interesting choice to never show you a character. You never got to see another person. I think that was a very interesting choice. It outside of like pictures, you don't see another human being. It shows you how isolating it would be to work and live in one of those Firewatch towers, especially for an entire summer, for a large expanse of time. And I just think that was a really interesting and like well thought out, like they definitely put some thought into that. And then the silhouette of Ned, I believe was his name, is really the only other person that you see, and it was still just a silhouette, and I think that was just to make it really mysterious. You see him and then he's gone, things like that have just a much bigger impact because it's something just small like that, but it has a bigger impact because they chose to not show you any other people or very many people. Another exception would be when you find Brian, and I think that was just kind of give closure. They couldn't really hint at his death without showing you his body and how it happened and where it is and everything like that. I also really liked how as the mystery is unfolding, they don't immediately spoon feed you an answer to whatever question you have, like what happened to the teenagers, why is their camp ripped up, all that stuff. They kind of let you just let you stew in your own thoughts and try and figure it out for yourself, and I think that's really cool. The big reveal at the end was crazy, to say the least. I don't think they rushed getting to it, really. And I like the turn that they made. I mean, I don't know. The big reveal at the end was really cool that it was Ned doing it, and you knew he wasn't. It's just cool because it's another one of those things where they left it kind of open-ended, because you could interpret it a couple different ways. Ned could have actually been being like malicious and going after Henry and Delilah. Could also interpret it as he was just bored and it was just, just listening in on their conversation and then just having a little bit of fun. But kind of wrapping all of this up into my overall impression and my overall opinion on Firewatch would be that it's a beautiful game. The music, the soundtrack is good. It's good. They didn't overdo it. The art was very beautiful. They definitely put the neat in nature, you know. The detail was there. Of course, there are some things you can pick out of it. It was short. They definitely could have made it longer. They definitely could have. They could have made the dialogue have more weight. But all in all, I think Campo Santos and Panic Inc. for their first game, I think they did really good. It came out very well. And I'm really hoping that they put out more, because Firewatch was very enjoyable. Would play again for sure. And if you've only watched it, I would definitely recommend playing it, because even if you know, like I said, even if you know what's going to happen, or you know what comes next, you know, the story is still fun to play around with and just kind of explore for yourself, and to interact with Delilah instead of, you know, watching someone else. And you know, but I think that's it for this one. Go ahead and leave a comment down below telling me your opinion on the game, what you liked, what you disliked. Like this video if you like it, dislike it if you disliked it, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. That really helps me out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.